person may call and you feel a tenseness in your body, that's a warning. Carrying around other people's energetic mess will mess you up. Your nervous system is trying to tell you no access. They don't need access to your energy. We have to be mindful of the people that we have around us, the type of thought forms and thought patterns and energies that they have attached to them. They may look at someone that is really living their truth and really despise them, because that parasite, that spirit within them, hates truth. And the real resource is not money, it's not land, it's your energy, it's your mind and brain power, it's your spirit. This is Ashley for FD 1111 Ministries, where we help people ascend and connect to their divine purpose using the modalities of tarot, Bible, and alchemy. This is a really quick message for the weekly word. Initially, I had another message on cue, and it was in conjunction with the Sabian symbol of Virgo, the 13th degree of Virgo. However, I will have to hold that off and deliver this urgent message from the divine spirit. So I was at the park playing with the kids, etc., and I heard clearly, "Touch not my anointed." With this message, I heard after that was access denied. So with this access denied, it's pretty much saying not everyone deserves to have access to your energy. Not everyone deserves to be in the presence of your energy. And the quality of energy and information and quality of life that you deserve, not everyone is ready to enter into that. Not everyone is on that frequency. Be careful of who you entertain and the energy that they have. I had to learn this as I continue to go through my spiritual evolution. So coming from the traditional church background where like everyone may be open to come to church and everyone, they're supposed to be on one accord, but not everyone matches your energy, matches your frequency. And being an empath, picking up on everyone else's energy and having to deal with different people's emotions and being so receptive to those types of emotions that I would become a energetic magnet. And people, regardless of where I was, whether it was at a church or whether I was at a bus stop, whether I was at a job, wherever I was, people always gravitate towards me and start dumping their energy on me. Being a natural healer, I wanted to help heal people, but I ended up sucking up their energy and I had no release to rid my body, rid my energetic field of that energy. So one thing that is definitely clearly coming to me is that we have to be mindful of the people that we have around us, the type of thought forms and thought patterns and energies that they have attached to them. Because there are such things as energetic parasites. There are such things as what they call spirits, energetic parasites, etc. However the way you want to name these entities, they are stuck to them. They are part of their energetic field. This could be a mother, this could be a best friend, it could be an ex, it could be someone that needs to be an ex, this could be your manager. It doesn't really matter, especially as we are moving into this new whole reality where things are going to be based off of emotions and off of energy. Some kids are playing outside, you may hear them screaming possibly. And the real resource is not money, it's not land, it's your energy, it's your mind and brain power, it's your spirit. We must guard our temple from our physical body, our emotions, and our mind power, our mind state. So access denied. Not everyone can enter into your energetic field. Another thing I used to say, especially as I was going through my spiritual evolution, when someone would not agree with what I was saying, like they would say, "Oh, that's evil," or "That's bad," or "You shouldn't be doing that," I would say, thinking I was being clever, "If you don't believe what I'm doing or you think I'm doing something wrong, why don't you just pray for me?" And I would say that, even in the comments over time, especially when I was doing a lot of twin flame and divine masculine and divine union readings and channeled messages. But Just recently, maybe about 3 months ago, the Divine Spirit spoke to me and said, I was about to type it. I was actually about to type it in as a reply. And then the Divine Spirit said, no, you don't allow people to have access to your energy. You don't give them permission. The way how a energy, aka a spirit, comes in is that you invite it in. You have to give them access to your energy. So with that, I don't give people permission to pray for me unless I really feel energetically in harmony with them. If you have done this, if you have allowed people to pray for you, or you have in the past, maybe that window is open, that avenue is open, and they have access to your energy. So one thing that I did, being that I can't trace every person I've prayed with or that I've touched and agreed with, I did a little quick prayer. I said, anyone that I've ever given access to my energy, maybe even consciously or subconsciously gave them access to my energy, whether it be in prayer or whatever it may be, I energetically cut that cord. They have no access to my energy, to my intentions, to my thoughts, to my feelings. They have no more access to me. That avenue has been cut off. So you can do something similar to that. As long as that portal is open, think of it as a cord that people can cipher energy from you, whether consciously or unconsciously. And at certain times, you may feel more energetically drained. It could be because that person has access to you. At times, you may feel sad or mad or angry or agitated, and you may not exactly know why. It could be because that person has access to your energy. So access denied. Deny the access to your energy. Of course, we want to spend time with our loved ones, with our family members. Even at times, we have to cut off our family members. That could be permanently, or that could just be for a certain amount of time until you gain strength. Think of it as a broken leg. You're not going to walk around on your broken leg until after it is healed. So until you have really gained control of your energy and of your mind, of your body, of your emotions, don't allow others to have access to it. You could put up an energetic shield every morning for a couple months. The Divine Spirit was telling me you need to put up an energetic shield every day. Sometimes I imagine a field of light. I may change the color depending on what comes to me. You can put up a energetic wall like Jericho's wall. No one can penetrate it. It could be a brick wall. It can be a fortress made of whatever you envision. Sometimes I even envision a wall or a bubble of butterflies. And you want to set your intention for that day energetically. How do you want to feel? When you set up this energetic wall of protection, that at the very least, slows down that energy, other people's energy, from penetrating and getting to you. Whether your wall is strong enough to stop their energy, or at least slow it down and change it, weaken it, that's enough. That's a start. And you can ask your angels and your guides to come in and help you build that wall. At times, you may have to turn off your phone. If you feel any tension in your body when you're around a person, or you think about a person, a certain person, or that person may call and you feel a tenseness in your body, that's a warning right there. Your nervous system is trying to tell you no access. They don't need access to your energy. So it doesn't matter who it is. It could be a mother, a boss, a manager, a best friend, a buddy. It doesn't matter. Especially at this time where things are changing so rapidly, you need to have a clear mind, a clear heart, a pure heart. A heart is light as a feather, meaning that you have nothing weighing your heart down, your emotions, your emotional body. Carrying around other people's energetic mess will mess you up. Carry crystals. The high priests would wear the breastplate of righteousness. They had 12 stones, crystals, precious stones that represent each one of the tribes of Israel. So stones, crystals are something that you can use. You can burn candles and incense, frankincense and myrrh. That is one of the things that the high priest would burn in the temple. One of the messages that came through during the new moon in Virgo was about the temple. Guard your temple. Guard your temple. I will have that video listed down below. A lot of individual channeled messages came through back to back. And one of the primary messages was to guard your temple. The middle pathway of the temple. So our bodies, that's the temple, the vessel that houses the spirit, that houses the soul. So the middle pathway deals with the third eye, the heart chakra, and the sacral chakra. And having those in tune and guarding that. The gateway is the mind, that inner temple, the Holy of Holies, the inner temple. A seed is implanted inside the mind, the deep shadows of the valley, the subconscious mind, that takes root and implants and blossoms in the heart, the energetic body. You got to know what is really deeply embedded in the heart. Otherwise, the heart is like a magnet and it will magnetize what is really buried in the heart to you. So it goes from the mind to the heart. That is a beacon, a magnet that will send out messages, frequencies, codes that will bring things to you. So you got to get the heart right. The base and sacral chakra, all of that energy right there in that little area deals with your sexual energy. It deals with the carnal. The base chakra is the carnal mind. That's where the carnal desires really lay. The sacral chakra is above that. That would be more so of the higher expression of the carnal self, the sexual energy. I sort of kind of envision those as being almost as one, the lower and the higher expressions of the same energy. That is the middle pathway. You want to guard that. Really, all of your chakra is in the middle. But those are the primary ones. Because out of the heart, the tongue will speak. So it is embedded in the subconscious mind that implants in the heart, the emotions. Those emotions will spring out of your mouth, which you speak out of your mouth. So when you hear people speak certain things, you know what's in their heart. And the tongue is connected to the throat chakra. We're moving into this age. We're actually at the very tip of it, where humanity no longer needs to depend on leaders. Eventually, what's going to happen is that everyone will realize their own power, but it will be harmony in that. So we just came out of the age of Pisces that deals with the priesthood. Now we still have high priests, high priestesses. We still have prophets and prophetesses. We still have chosen ones. So the chosen ones are those that have been sent here and given a duty to bring certain messages, so that people can realize that the God in them, that first of all, that there is a God, and God is within them, and that they have the power of God within them. When humanity as a whole realizes that, then we no longer need government. We no longer need establishment. And when I say the word mint, think about cement. Keeps you stuck, keeps you frozen, just hanging there like the hangman, which I think is actually, ironically, at the bottom of the deck. I had sat over here, and we are exiting, or we out of, sort of, kind of, out of the energy of the age of Pisces. Sacrifice, the sign of healing, the sign of letting go, so the new can come in. The age of Aquarius. Independent thinkers, innovation that leads to unity. I may pull a card. So with this touch, not my anointed. So the Old Testament and the New Testament makes reference to this quote. So the Old Testament is masculine, is the ego. If you read the Old Testament in comparison to the New Testament, feminine, receptive, that you can see the drastic differences between God, Yahweh, and how harsh the Old Testament may seem and how light the New Testament. It's the polarity, it's the duality, merging. So this complete commandment, authority, and it is based off of the universal laws. It's not based off of man's law. That's religion, okay? So here, dropping it, Psalms 105:15. I hear a new commandment. That's what I hear. Okay, do not touch my chosen ones, nor hurt my prophets. So whatever title you want to use, light worker, healer, Reiki master, laying on hands, prophets, healers. I mean, it's pretty much interchangeable. Fast forward to the New Testament, 1 Corinthians 16:22. Touch not my anointed. Do not do my prophets no harm. So with the prophets, once again, it's not about the actual word. You can also check out my video, Prophet's Prophet. If you are a prophet and you may have been, facing some type of challenge or anything like that, that is a very encouraging word for you. So with prophets across the board, chosen ones across the board, to help free humanity from their own madness, that sometimes the madness is projected onto the prophet. You can see this not just in the Bible, you can see this throughout history, where the prophets were persecuted for bringing truth, for being that rock, for being the sacrifice, for being the healer. So here we have, stop worrying. Give all your worries and cares to God, 1 Peter 5:7. So if you are going through any type of persecution, if you are feeling like things may be tough, things may be unfair, that people are projecting a lot of their self-hatred, really don't like to use the word hatred, but really it feels like self-hatred. They may look at someone that is really living their truth and really despise them, because that parasite, that spirit within them, hates truth. Okay? And when someone sees truth, and when I say truth, I'm not talking about projected truth. I'm talking about a person living their truth. They know that they know within them. And they walk proudly. They speak proudly, regardless of if it's popular or not. And that steers that emotion up in a certain person. Those parasites are stirred up. They want to feast, and they're looking for something to grab onto. Don't let it be you. Access denied, okay? On the bottom, we have 13. Discipline. Self-discipline, hard work pays off. The keys of success. Then we have 10, renewal. New beginnings dawn after the storm, the promised land. So the thing about with the promised land that I have to mention right now, because if you are a light worker, a prophet of any nature at all, like, you may be going through trying time. Divine Spirit wants to encourage you, give you a word to keep you going, to keep seeing that inner light and see things from a different perspective, not based on man's understanding, not based on your friends' understanding, not based on the spiritual community's understanding, not based on the religious understanding, not based on any of that, but based on your personal truth that the Most High God, the All, your guides gave you. Okay? What is for you is for you. So with that promised land, the promised land filled with milk and honey. Alchemy reference. But however, honey was considered to be precious. So was milk. Milk is like the basics, like always having substance, always having what you need. And honey is like the treats, the extras, the bonuses. So the promised land is filled with milk and honey, substance, continual substance, and honey, sweetness, joy, great times, whatever may be pleasurable to you, pleasurable to the taste buds, aka pleasurable to the five senses, something that feels good. Now, the promised land was only supposed to take 40 days. However, it took 40 years because of the disobedience. So this is specifically for the prophets. If you know that your guides have been showing you something to do, but you are afraid of other people projecting their fear, their self-hatred, really, their parasitic energy onto you, you should be more concerned about your angels, your guides, God taking that protection away from you. You should be more concerned about that promised land and keeping your eye on the promised land and the promises that you know are coming. Because instead of something that may take 40 days, it could take 40 years. Go read that story about the journey of the chosen ones of Israel. Think about it. Go read it and think about it. Pray about it. So you want to take the shortcut. Something that may take 40 days. So 40 is the number of consecration and purification. Consecrate yourself for 40 days. Maybe you need to do a 40-day fast, 40-minute fast. I don't know. But use that number 40, okay? And use that time to block yourself off and really seek guidance. Maybe you need to just take a social media fast. Maybe it's a physical fast. You know, that's up to between you and your guides. Because that little sacrifice of 40 days to gain generations of milk and honey of the promised land far outweighs taking the long route of 40 years, and you still have to go through a whole lot of stuff to get the generational blessings. I prefer to do it the easy way. Feminine force. So could be a divine feminine, but more so it's talking about tap into the intuitive side and the right side, the right aspect. Flow, ease, harmony, and 555. Time is on your side, all in God's divine timing. So with divine timing, the key word timing, well, the key word is actually divine, but most people focus on timing. Time is a human concept. Time is like 5 minutes. So you say you'll be here in 5 minutes. Okay, God, 5 minutes. But remember, our thoughts are not God's thoughts. Our time is based very linear, while God's time is stacked on top of one another, multidimensional. So there's multi-dimensions to God's timing. It's more so based on, did you get it? If I give you assignment It's not about if it took 3 months or 3 years. It's about, did you get it? Did you do it? If not, go back and do it again. Go back and actually do what I told you to do, the way how I told you to do it. Did you get the message? Oh, if not, go back. You know, it's learning. Life is about learning. So that's what God's divine timing, it really means. It's not based on your linear time. It's based on multidimensional time. There's also other cycles that are at play. Generational cycles and the intertwining of those generational cycles. So, for example, if you are waiting on a divine union, it's your generational cycle, your personal from generations past, then your divine partner's generational cycle, and whatever lessons they are supposed to learn, and karma they're supposed to burn off. Same thing for you. And karma is nothing but lessons being learned. That's it. So I think that may be all for this weekly word. Lastly, we do have crowned with wisdom. You have the wisdom and understanding of King Solomon. 1 Kings 4:29. Wisdom. Wisdom is more valuable than diamonds, rubies, gold, silver, all of that. Because with wisdom comes foresight, it comes divine favor, it comes even like tangible favor. Think about, and maybe even go read about King Solomon. Okay, so the divine gift of wisdom. Praying for things not of this world, because the things of the world will perish. Because after, you know what, I have to also say this too. One thing I heard T.D. Jakes say, he was like, you know, you don't have to pray for money. Don't waste your time praying for money. You, like, he was, I guess he was sort of, I don't really remember the message in detail, but he was saying pretty much like, you know, don't waste your time praying for money, praying for tangibles, all that stuff like that. Like, God wants you to really pray for spiritual things. That's what you really should be putting your energy into. In short, the message. And then I at that time, you know, I wasn't that spiritually mature. But as I matured spiritually, is that really praying for spiritual things will bring the knowledge and the wisdom on how to obtain the physical things. And it will come with a lesser karmic debt, meaning that you don't have to sacrifice your morals to get it. You don't have to really sacrifice anything to really gain, because you will magnetize it towards you. Because remember how I was saying about that straight and narrow, being straight in alignment, that straight and narrow, you will magnetize it towards you. It will come to you. It will literally become your servant. Your money, different things you may want, the home, all of that is in service unto you. You are the prophet. Prophet's prophet. You're always taken care of. So it's a balance. Yes, you want nice things. Yes, you want to obtain really nice things, have really nice vacations, all of that stuff. But you don't want to fall victim to the flesh, aka the carnal mind. What profits a man to gain the whole world? Our bodies are made of the world, the earth, falling victim to the fleshly desires, the cars that lose value as soon as you purchase it, the house that could burn down, the house that someone could break into it. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world, but to lose his soul? And that soul is not just talking about like your soul, like your immortal soul. You can't lose that. But you can lose your passion. You can lose your drive for life. You can lose your focus. You can lose your willingness and passion for living. Imagine having a lot of food that used to taste so good, but your taste buds are numb now. So think about life like that. A tasteless life, a life that is full of bland. It's just so bland. So your soul gives life, flavor. Okay, so I think that may be it. Yeah, 333, sacred love. Okay. All right, so if you did enjoy this message, please leave a comment and give the video a thumbs up. All of that helps the analytics to be able to reach more divine ones. If you have any questions, you can also leave those down below. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post on a regular. If you're interested in the services or our products, visit our Etsy shop. If you want to join our email prayer list, you can do that, listed down below. Yeah, and you can check out our different playlists here. And I will talk to you guys on the next weekly word. All right, peace.